Ralph Barbosa was born in 1996 in Dallas, Texas. He grew up in Mesquite and Oak Cliff, raised mostly by his grandmother, who had immigrated from Mexico.
You're from Dallas.
Yes, sir.
Does that mean you're a Cowboys fan?
I mean, like, yeah, by default. I don't watch a lot of football, but I'm a Cowboys fan.
You Cowboys down.
That's where I'm from, man.
So y'all so Super Bowl this year.
It's like, yeah, every year's our year.
Yeah, I know. But it ain't been y'all year for a minute though. It's been 30 years. Were you alive?
We're about due, Shannon.
I was just about to ask you, were you alive when the Cowboys won the last Super Bowl?
I almost feel like they're bad luck charm. They stopped winning after I was born. Don't laugh at me, man.
His mom had him when she was just 16, and his dad ran a body shop, painting cars.
My mom had me at 16. You think she's gonna teach me about politics? I watched that kid grow up before my own eyes.
From the start, Ralph's life was simple and grounded. He worked as a barber for a while, and he helped around the shop. He started doing comedy around 2019, hitting small clubs in Dallas, performing at open mics, and just putting himself out there. That same year, he entered the Funniest Comic in Texas competition and won. That gave him a little momentum, but the real grind was still in the clubs, night after night, finding his voice.
I wear glasses, but I lose them a lot, and so I was like, my vision was getting a little worse. So I was like, I need a new prescription. So I did the eye exam. You close your eye and everything, and I was waiting for the doctor to come back in the room to give me my results. But he came back real serious. He was like, hey, I have quite a bit of news for you. He said, you show signs of diabetic retinopathy, which is where you're beginning to go blind. And he said, on top of that, in your right eye, you seem to have glaucoma. But I was like, nah, I think I just need glasses. I didn't come for all that, you know. That's a lot to take in. I didn't know what to say. I got quiet and I got real serious. I just sat there like kind of in shock, you know. I was like, damn. And then the doctor broke the silence. He goes, hey, just to be perfectly clear, you know, you're only getting charged like just for the exam. Like, we don't charge you for everything wrong with you. Like, we just, like if that was worrying me, you know, like, I was like, yeah, no, I understand. Thank you for throwing in glaucoma for free.
What people love about Ralph is how down-to-earth his comedy feels. His delivery is quiet, laid back, almost like he's talking to a friend. He doesn't need to scream or act wild to get a laugh. He talks about everyday things, family, growing up Latino, relationships, cars, even just the awkward moments we all go through. His jokes feel like conversations, not performances.
I want to know more stuff. Because I want to be smarter, be better at conversation. Because sometimes other comedians will invite me onto their podcast. And, like, I want to be a better guest. One time, I got to go on Joe Rogan's podcast. Yeah. And then I fucked up because I started reading the comments. And everybody was like, man, this guy is boring. The last guy he was so interesting. The last guy had a good episode. Every comment, the last guy was this and that. And I know I'm dry. But now I'm like, all right, well, who's this last guy, right? So I go to check, and the guy on the episode before mine, he was like an F-22 fighter pilot spilling government secrets. Hell yeah, his episode was better than mine. I was like, what the fuck they put me after him for? That man had government secrets. I was on my dumbass episode like, oh, I like Funyuns.
In 2021, Ralph got a huge break when he won the New York Latino Film Festival's stand-up competition presented by HBO Latino. That led to him being featured in HBO Max's Entre Nos, The Winners 3.
I only saw one black dude while I was there too. He was at this table with like 11 white dudes, which had me a little worried for him, if I'm being honest. But you see, even though he's black and I'm Mexican, With our eyes alone, we'd communicate from across the room. That's called colored telepathy. But with my eyes, I was looking at him, and with my eyes, I was saying, hey, everything okay? And with his eyes, he was like, yeah. Here for college. But call my mom. I was like, all right.
Then, in early 2023, he made his late-night debut on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon.
Making his late-night debut, please welcome the very funny Ralph Barbosa.
It is such an honor to be here making my late-night debut. Yes. Especially because my grandmother, who raised me, she's a huge fan of comedy. If you would have told her that one day I'd be here on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, she probably would have said, ¿Qué? Because she doesn't know English.
Later that same year, he dropped his first full special, Cowabunga, on Netflix. What made that special even more meaningful was that it was filmed at a theater across the street from the barbershop where he used to cut hair. It felt like coming full circle.
Cutting hair from home is how I realized my grandma didn't even care about my safety. There used to be grown men covered in tattoos showing up at my doorstep, like a little Ralphie here. She'd be like, yeah, he's in that room by himself. She even would leave me alone with him sometimes. I saw her pulling out the driveway, and I ran out there. I was like, Grandma, what are you doing? There's an adult in there. She was like, yeah, he'll watch you. I'll be right back.
And he didn't stop there. In 2025, Ralph released his second special, Planet Bosa, this time on Hulu. It was filmed at the Balboa Theater in San Diego, which was actually the first theater he ever toured in. In this special, he talks about dating, controlling his temper, current events, and of course, his love for cars.
I didn't even know what type of oil my own car used at first. I remember the dude at the store was like, what kind of oil do I get you? I was like, whatever Vin Diesel uses. He's like, I don't know what Vin Diesel uses. I was like, well, you don't know nothing about cars, bro. Or family. Don't clap. That's a stupid-ass joke. Don't clap. Y'all should be ashamed of me that I even said that. Like, you should be ashamed, man. You know what's crazy is I was so cocky about that joke. I was a little high when I wrote that. But I was so high that I didn't even realize it was, like, funny because it's so stupid. I thought it was like I'm so smart. I was right there like, and then I'm going to be like, get this. Or family.